Hello everybody. Welcome to a rare, dare I say, a medium rare scenario and that finds Troy and I to be united in person
Together, look, I can touch
together.
you.
Oh my God. And oh, does he touch me? Physically, emotionally, and otherwise. Um, no, but there's been a lot of touching the last couple of days, touching and hugging and squeezing because we've been seeing so many good people. Haven't the last few days been really great, Troy?
Oh, it's been phenomenal, it's been phenomenal. You know what? If you don't know, I'm here in Cleveland with Roger. He had a very huge event last night that I could not miss. I could not miss it. There's no way because I've been with you since day one of this journey when you sent me the 270-page script before you even started filming. But we're talking 5 years of hard work, blood,
Hmm.
sweat,
Hmm.
tears, frustrations, all kinds of shit that go into making an indie film finally culminated in what I would say could not have been a better night last night. A sold out theater,
Hmm.
um, lots of gays.
Mhm,
People from all over the country came in. I mean, I came in from Vegas. We had, I mean, just the love that was shown.
mhm,
Um, but I bet the highlight was just seeing how fucking phenomenal Meat turned out.
mhm. I feel really very, very happy with the overall response that came from the crowd. This is, 5 years in the making since we decided to move forward on production, coming out of COVID. But the script I've been working on since around 2016, and it's just been something that's like always been kind of omnipresent. Like I was like, I know it's there. I just need to do something with it. And COVID was a miserable experience, but it was very stimulating for me coming out of that and just realizing how much I needed and a charge to my artistic battery, and
Mhm.
I needed to express a lot of things and you know, taking all of that pent up energy and putting into this film, I think it was something that almost became an addiction for me for a while. I keep saying to people, like, I don't know, like, this has been such a defining element of my life. Like, if you were to describe me, I feel like people be like, oh, Roger Connors, he's that chubby blonde gay dude who has a really loud, obnoxious laugh and 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 he loves horror movies, and that's it. Like that's me, and I think that like it's been just a defining trait of who I am that in a way I feel almost like a postpartum right now. I mean, truthfully, like now that it's been unleashed and seen, and even I'm going to say this cut was about 90% of the way. We had to screen something for Pride Month. It was necessary that it be seen at this time because I think considering everything that's going on, it has an extra punch to it that I really needed to
Mhm.
personally take advantage of, and the time was right, but it did push us to get this thing finished, and even seeing it with like there were a couple lumps and bumps in the process, but what I loved is that I feel the audience was so invested in the film that when those things came up, it was almost more like something like, oh, it makes it even more endearing because this really is like grassroots. Like we are people that work 9 to 5, and in our spare time when we are not working our actual careers, this is what we're doing.
Mhm.
And there was a lot of we're given a lot of grace. I'm really appreciative of that. But I do think the overall response was very genuine from the audience. I really do.
I agree. Just being in the audience and hearing them react to scenes I've seen a lot of the film. You've shared a lot of clips with me. I haven't seen the final version, so seeing it all come together and the tweaks that you've made even since I've seen the stuff was phenomenal. But yeah, the audience reaction, I was telling everyone, like from a filmmaker perspective, I would not have been happier
Mhm,
to have the reaction that you did
mhm,
with the film and the gore. I mean, crowds erupting in certain gore scenes, which is always fun. Laughing when you would want them to laugh, covering their eyes. There was this one old broad behind me that every time she was covering her eyes the whole. And I'm like, I don't know if she's someone's grandmother or something, but she
what are
was.
you doing here, man? But thank you.
But just the energy was electric, and it was so cool to see like your hometown like come out and support you, which I know is super important to you.
Mhm,
And it made me, not to jump and like steal your glory, but it made me really happy that we did film Hollow Lake
mhm,
here.
mhm.
And Hollow Lake has its roots in
It
Ohio
does.
and Cleveland, and
Mhm,
it just made me super excited at the potential to have a screening of Hollow Lake here and have the support of
mhm.
the the community.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and I don't think that's stealing anything at all when you bring that up. I think that's my goal with Meat was to celebrate Cleveland. I love Cleveland. Cleveland does have a banging independent film community, and I don't think a lot of people expect that from Cleveland, but it is here and it's thriving. And my goal has always been to bring other companies from outside of Cleveland because it's affordable to film here and you can make a superior craft for way less money, I'm sure, than
oh
you'd
yeah,
have to shell out in a place like Vegas or LA or even Atlanta. Like in Cleveland, what is considered a micro budget in LA is probably going to be $1 million a
yeah,
year because
oh
it just
yeah,
goes
yeah, yeah,
further.
yeah.
So I want that for Cleveland. And the fact that Hollow Lake was filmed here meant so much to me. And Troy knows I was like, please consider this. And like, luckily he came here and I think he realized right away why I was thinking this was the right setting
Hmm.
for Hollow Lake. But I think it worked out perfectly. And I'm confident seeing the response we got from the Cleveland film community here and the queer community as well. I'm so lucky that both communities came together to
Hmm.
celebrate this. I'm confident that they will do the same for Hollow Lake because I really think that this overall, like movie aside, just the event itself left such a good impression. It was love. It was so positive. There wasn't a single moment of negativity
Mm-mm.
or hostility or anything. It was just such a positive energy. And like as a creative, like my goal is to create and to collaborate and to have an environment in which it's possible to make these connections with people that only met on social media, like
Oh
our
yeah,
friend Mikey who came in from
San
San
Antonio.
Antonio, Texas
Hmm.
to support. I mean, that means so much. And so the fact that this was able to create an environment in which individuals who share similar passions
Hmm.
or similar ties through similar communities are able to come together and just celebrate like that meant a lot to me. I love that the movie went over well, but I love that this created a really safe space environment for a lot of people to just thrive.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
no, it was great. And Cleveland has been phenomenal. I love Cleveland. Every time I come here, I have a great time. Yeah, I've only been here what, 2 days? I'm leaving here in like an hour. My flight leaves here in like but like we've had a blast. You
Yeah.
showed me some of
Yeah.
the gay bars and
Oh
oh,
my
we've
god.
seen some karaoke. Roger
Oh
did
my
karaoke.
oh my
Did we
god.
did you post that yet?
Not
We're gonna have
yet.
to post that.
We're gonna
Roger
have
singing
to.
Pink. That's good. That's
It's
all that's worth the monthly Patreon
yeah.
subscription right
It's
there.
gonna fill you with hope.
Yeah, but,
Um,
it's been a blast, and,
yeah.
yeah, no, I mean, ooh, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
That's all
Oh,
I can
thank
say,
you.
that's all I can
Thank
say.
you. It's there's few things in my life that have the longevity of a project like Meat, and the only other project in my life that has been that consistent is this podcast.
Yeah.
And so and it goes to show, because there are times when all of these things come together and it's overwhelming. Like,
Mm.
Troy knows. Troy, when Troy was making Hollow Lake and spinning all those plates, like, and fitting in time to watch a movie 2 to 3 times in a week and review it, there are times that burnout can start to hit. Like, and I'm not in any way complaining. It's just inevitable when you're burning the candle at both ends. It's eventually going to happen. And so we really appreciate that you've given us, you are our listenership give us some grace when these big moments come up, because when we're not recording these podcasts, we are making these films that mean so much to us. And
Mhm.
having these moments to celebrate with each other is really awesome. And so being able to bring our worlds of cinema and this podcast together and have moments where we can celebrate them both is really, really special for us. And I know Hollow Lake is again going to be a similar experience for you, because there's a lot of mutual people now that we know
Oh,
that
yeah.
celebrate these both of these
Yes.
platforms. And I know that Hollow Lake, when that hits, that our listenership is going to be thrilled with it. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, and then it's gonna hit soon. It's gonna hit soon. I mean, it's getting close. It's
Yeah.
getting close. And me, yeah. I mean, you have very little left to do. I mean, I know there's
Hmm.
tweaks you need to make, but as a
Yeah.
whole, I think you got something really special.
Hmm.
As you can tell by the reception, I think people are once you get it out there,
Yeah.
it's gonna start building a nice word of mouth. It's what's needed right now.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of queer horror out there that is as blatantly queer as
Right.
this film is,
Right.
and you created, and I think this is another thing that's going to build word of mouth for this film, is the villain. You have a fully fledged villain character that we
Hmm.
haven't seen in quite a long time.
Hmm.
The costume, the way the killer moves, and how he looks on screen,
Hmm.
I think it's gonna that's an icon. It has the potential to be an iconic
Yeah.
image.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, once it gets out there, once you guys get to see this,
Yeah.
you're gonna see why Roger has exhausted himself at some points where we have had to put the podcast on the back burner.
Yeah.
I know like last year we had a whole span where I had to have guests on.
Mm.
Great guests. I had got to have
Oh,
Mikey
amazing.
on.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man, it's inevitable. And here I am. I'm leaving Cleveland,
Mhm.
and then I'm flying to Davenport,
Mhm.
Iowa, to
Mhm.
see my dad for a week. So we're
Yeah.
going to be out of commission for a week on the regular feed. That's why
Mhm.
it was crucial for us to get something to you guys on the Patreon together.
Yeah.
But we have after that. Hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna let our hair down. We have to cover offerings.
Oh my
Ugh,
goodness. The gifts that we're
we're
going to give,
offering you,
we're offering you something really exceptional.
yeah.
And that is our sense of humor.
And then
No.
and then and then we have Houston Horror Film Festival.
Yeah. Oh my god, that and we need to acknowledge that because, like, let's talk about a reason to celebrate. I mean, this lineup.
Literally 2 months from what is today? I'm looking at your calendar. June 13th. So it
Oh,
starts August 9th. So it is
oh,
literally less than 2 months away, folks.
yeah. I'm
Yeah, the
overwhelmed.
lineup is amazing, and there's still a few people to announce. The film screenings, the film. I'm in charge of the film festival, so I have to. When I get back from Iowa, that's gonna have to be a focus too. Is
Oh
getting
my
those films
god.
selected and rejected, which is always a hard thing to do. Is to reject a film
Yeah.
because I'm a filmmaker, and I always hated getting rejections from film festivals, but you have to learn you can't take it personally.
Yeah.
It's not a lot 90% of the time it's not the quality of the film. It's
Sure.
just like knowing my audience who
Yeah.
comes in and watches the films
Yeah.
at the Eastern Florida Film Festival, which I'm very much in tune with who my audience is,
Sure.
what's going to play well with them, what is going to prevent them from getting up in the middle of a screening and walking out, which
Right.
we don't want, especially if filmmakers are attending.
Mhm.
So a lot of times it's considering that stuff. A lot of times, unfortunately, it's not the quality of the film. I've
Right.
I've had to reject really fucking well made films, um, incredibly well made films, and it
Mhm.
had nothing to do with the quality. It's like it's a great film, but is my audience going to sit for 2.5 hours and watch it?
Right. Right.
With a little payoff. So that's things to consider. So I'm going to be a little busy, little beaver when I get back because it gives me a week
Yeah.
because the notification deadline or the notification date is July 5th.
Mhm.
So
It's coming up. I mean, it's a whirlwind summer for
it is a
these two
whirlwind.
homosexual men.
And then yeah, and then I mean I think you're starting to think about submitting meat to festivals.
I mean, that's the next step. I mean, honestly, there's a couple tweaks. I mean, it was the first time I'd seen it on a big screen last night. I didn't even have a chance for a proper like full sitting. So there's a few tweaks, but then we're within the next couple weeks it will be going out and being submitted to several fabulous film festivals. So we shall see what comes from that, but it's the adrenaline of it all, like it is, what this is in the phase of creating a movie from conception to execution, to completion to release. Like I would say this part is like for me the most heart racing
Mhm.
because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to see a reaction. I'm starting to realize like, there can be a screening where it bombs. I've had so many movies where there's just been dead silence and
Oh
I've been
yeah.
like, oh my God. But I'm the adrenaline is pumping. I'm so excited to see what comes from it. And I'm so excited for the opportunity for film festivals. It's been so long since I've screen something of my own in any situation, in any scenario, and been able to bask in it, so I await that. I'm
Oh,
so
it's
excited for
no,
that.
that's the best part. That's what I'm
um
saying. Like that is the best part, and how that's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, being at your screening last night, it just made me super eager and excited at getting Hollow Lake in front of an audience. I
yeah.
mean, Hollow Lake obviously is not done. Almost.
Yeah.
There's a few little things that we need to be done now, and I think now it can now it can be maybe fast tracked
Mhm.
since Meat is pretty much done because we have the same editor, the same
We do.
cinematographer, and
Yeah.
the priority obviously was getting Meat ready for this premiere because
Thank
it
you.
had to be no because
Yeah.
I know you wanted to do it during Pride Month. It was
Yeah.
super important to you, so
Yeah.
you sometimes just step back and let things that need to happen, and I think Meat needed to happen.
Yeah.
It needed to happen when it did.
Yeah.
And so now we're gonna have here we are. We're gonna have two highly queer horror that are
weirder.
here's the thing is like they could not that's what they could not be tonally different though.
Oh, I
Like
love that
visually
though.
they're completely different.
That's a testament to Mick. I gotta say,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and just to give a shout out, since obviously this is the kind of the focus of this episode. My team that helped execute Meet, same team that worked predominantly the same team that worked on Hollow Lake, and Mick and Zach are two straight boys, but boy oh boy, are like, if we're gonna say ally, like if we're gonna throw out the term ally, like the things that Mick Kuhn has done
Mhm.
for our films and the comfort zone he must have to execute what he does. He truly has created for both of us two films that do feel tonally different. He's Mick is capable of doing things with his camera work and his editing that I think are just beyond impressive. And I've been working with him for years, and the amount of growth I've seen from him, it just goes to show, like, as a filmmaker, this may not apply to everybody, but for me, my goal as a filmmaker is to never stop learning and to never stop trying to improve upon my craft. I'm never going to walk away from one of my films and say, that was perfect.
Yeah.
That was the best thing ever. I'm always going to have critiques for myself, and not because I'm getting down on myself, but because I want it then next film, next go around, I want to implement that and I want to grow. And I really I want to see that for myself. I want to see that for my team. I love seeing them proud, and so watching Mick and even the jump from Meat to Hollow Lake, just seeing his change in style and his ability to evolve his style to fit two tonally very different films. It's a testament to his abilities. So I'm so excited to see Hollow Lake because the amount of care that he put into every frame is so
Oh, it's
evident. It really
yeah,
is.
and they're gonna the film I think the 2 films are gonna pair well together.
Yeah.
Very, very, very well because they are at the core gay, but distinctly different
Yeah.
visions.
Yeah.
So I think I can't wait for that to happen as
Yeah.
well, which we will do. We
Oh,
will do a double screening,
we're doing it.
multiple probably. But if we have to like rent a fucking Motel 6
Oh
and
my
show it in the
god.
lobby, we are doing
We're
it
doing
because it
it.
has to happen.
We open with a soft shoe number, sisters. Like we did coming out.
Oh, I can't
Oh, I
wait. It's
can't
gonna be a
wait.
blast. But no, we just wanted to hop on and give you guys something and kind of an update.
Yeah.
And I think once I get back from my visiting family is super important. My dad is in Iowa by himself. He doesn't have really anybody. His closest brother just passed away about a year ago. So I'm slowly working on trying to get him to move out to Vegas. It's probably not going to happen because you
Yeah.
know how people are in old age. They get
Yeah.
stubborn and
Yeah.
he's probably not going to leave the house that he lived with my mom. So,
Yeah.
but I have to go back and visit him, which means going back to Iowa to visit my dad. Roger knows this is a whole it's like going to Walnut Grove because he has no internet.
Yeah.
He doesn't own a computer. He doesn't own a cell. I mean, it's literally like, okay.
I feel like Troy has to cross a river and fight a dragon to get
Oh,
back to Davenport because he's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, I guess. Because he
there,
goes black for
there is one
weeks.
there
He's
is
just
one gay
missing.
bar. There is one gay bar.
How is it?
It's called Mary's. I'm going to give a shout out to Davenport Mary's. I'll probably be there.
Where else will
They
you
have a
go?
trivia night Thursday.
Oh, is it a good one?
Yes, and actually,
Okay.
one of the guys that he randomly contributed to Hollow Lake.
Oh my
but he
god.
he did an associate producer, and he messaged
Oh
me.
my
I met
god.
him once at Mary's, older gentleman. He runs the trivia night there.
Tell him thank you.
And I did, and I told him I'm going to be there next Thursday. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to add a horror category just for you." And I'm like, "Oh,
Well,
those little bitches that you might as well they might as
yeah.
well not even show up then because that's not going
Yeah.
to be a contest."
Troy's gonna get physical. If someone there happens to be one old gal and who knows every answer, and Troy just
Ugh,
chokes
gonna
her in front of
rage. It's gonna
everybody.
be a
Yeah.
rage.
What a good
But
time.
sweet. I only met him one time in there. So that's small town Midwest though.
Yeah.
That's just saying everyone here in Cleveland is so nice.
Mm,
So nice. Like
yeah.
they'll just chat you up on the street.
Mhm.
Some lady saw me carrying your oh shit. You have a box of Krispy Kreme donuts at the Airbnb.
Oh, I do have that box of donuts.
But I was carrying his great friend Teresa.
We
Instead of
love
giving him roses for the meat premiere, she gave him a box of Krispy Kreme
as
that
it
had
should
this
be.
big bow on it
Oh,
with some sparklers.
yeah.
And for some reason you made me take them back to the Airbnb.
Because I wanted to give Mikey something to snack on.
So I'm
because he was gonna
walking
be
down the
there.
street with this box of Krispy Kreme and this woman stopped me and she's like, "Oh, your husband, did your sweetheart give you that? That is so nice." And she just goes on and on and on about how beautiful the bow was and I must feel very loved.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
goodness,
Yes,
Cleveland.
yes.
Oh, it makes me so happy when people come here and have a good experience.
But
And
that's like that's what I say.
yeah,
That's Iowa. You meet Iowa,
yeah,
Midwest, nice, I guess.
I like it.
So yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
just know that yes, I will be in Iowa for a week. I'll come back
Hmm.
next Sunday, the 22nd.
Hmm.
We are good. I mean, we're good to go with offerings. I've watched
Yeah,
it. I have my
me
notes,
too.
so that'll be right away, and
Yeah.
then we'll get right back into the swing of things.
Yeah, yeah, I had to take a little time for this screening, understandably so, but we are ready to go, and we're gonna jump right back into it. But we just wanted to touch base with y'all, appreciate you, and just know that I've got no more excuses after this. I mean, like we're in it, we're in it,
We're
we're
in
in
it.
it. I mean, aside from the Houston horror, which we are gonna have material that
We
week,
always say that.
but I mean, it is.
It's we always say that we're gonna do material
I mean,
during Houston Horror,
photos,
but it's
videos of us
hard,
dancing.
because I am in the screening room,
Yeah,
most of the weekend. And last year, you remember last year I was like, "Oh, I wanna play as many films as possible." So I really ran myself ragged because I started the films, like, at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning, and we're up and they ran until, like, 2 and
yeah,
I'm like, "I'm not doing that this year."
yeah.
But I'm
No,
saying,
I
like,
know.
I'm not running myself ragged just
No.
selecting anything.
Oh,
But I want filmmakers to have their moment to shine,
absolutely.
and I know a lot of filmmakers. I know a lot of people. I know people that would just be thrilled for their film to screen. So I'm like,
Right.
I'm gonna play it,
That's the
and
goal, to give
it's the goal. So,
opportunities,
but
yeah.
this I can't do it anymore. I'm getting too old to
Just
stay
look
up
at
till
her,
3 o'clock in the morning, and then
weathered,
I know, and missing
frail.
out. Oh, I'm gonna be like,
Troy doesn't have a social life. The only time he lets his hair down is when he's off at Fun Hog, living up to
oh,
the
well,
title, but other
you're coming to Fun
and
Hog.
Fun Hog herself is gonna be coming back to
You
Vegas
bet.
soon,
You
just get
need to.
ready.
Gustavo wants to. He
I
knows.
know,
He's
you
ready.
can't
And
wait.
Teresa.
Teresa too. Oh god, listen, we're just making plans here. That's that is Troy and I just making plans for vacations. Oh god, and then they're like, where the fuck are the episodes? Like, they're just talking about going to
We're
Vegas.
gonna start a new podcast, Travels with Troy and
Travels with Troy and
Roger.
Roger, which just happened to be us talking about horror movies.
Yes.
Oh,
But
perfect.
guys, thank you. I again send Roger your love, and please,
Thank you.
please, 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 just follow Mead on social media so that you know any potential upcoming festival screenings, potentially, or whatever your ultimately goals are for the film. I know you ultimately want a good distribution deal. That's what we all want. Um, and then yeah, and then follow Hollow Lake, because I do think that there is going to be some good news regarding Hollow Lake coming up real soon. I would
Soon.
love to have a I know we have the clip of Hollow Lake that was up on Indiegogo, which we barely missed our goal, but if you contributed to that second
Thank you.
Indiegogo, thank you so much, because it is going to help us with the sound, and
Yeah.
because I'll post production shit is expensive.
And it's pivotal. I will say there's a few audio blips that in like the mix last night because that's the one thing that like we needed to screen it. We had a deadline and there's a couple things that were still pending. And just hearing that it's like fuck, audio can take you out of a moment. It really can. So and but Chad, our beloved Chad, did the audio on Troy's film, and I know it's gonna be phenomenal.
Oh,
So
it sounds, yeah. So, but it is expensive to pay someone to create a score.
yeah,
I mean, that was the main gist of the second Indiegogo, was to pay for the score, because I mean, you're asking someone to create
yeah.
something from scratch, and you can't expect them to do that for you.
No, and
You
create the
can't.
sound that
And
defines
I
your
gotta say,
film.
was gonna say, the score for me was phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
I know
Thank you.
that it was phenomenal, especially during the one particular death scene with like
Yeah.
the chanting. With that said, if you contributed to the last Indiegogo, thank you. I mean, my whole point is to stay tuned, because I would love to have. I'm really gonna push, and I have Roger push Mick too, to have some sort of like little trailer to play of Hollow Lake at the Houston Horror Film Festival.
Mm.
Or at least want to premiere like a trailer there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
So with that said, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for giving us grace. We will be back with another Patreon episode to give you your two for Pride Month. We have to think of a Pride themed next Patreon episode to
Oh, it's
do.
gonna be very
I know
gay.
we've already done like our favorite gay character. We'll have to think of something.
Our favorite anal penetrations in
Oh well, there's
horror.
all meat. It's all meat. It's all in meat.
That's it.
It's all. It's
Get ready.
that's it. All right, guys. Thank you for your support. And hey, do us a favor. Go back and listen to some of our old episodes, and help us get those listening numbers up. while we are a little bit of a hiatus
Mhm.
because we don't want our numbers to drop because that screws up our algorithm.
I wouldn't even say
Because
a
we have so many. We have
hiatus.
so no.
We
It's
have
a
so
week. It's a
many.
week
This
long.
is a
It's a
sabbatical,
week.
is what
It's
it
one
is. It
week,
is our
bud. It's
summer
1 week. It's
sabbatical.
1 week.
Deserved.
1 week.
But do go back and listen. Some of those old episodes are.
Oh my god, I was listening. I went back and listened to the final exam episode.
Was it good?
Oh my god, it's phenomenal, and it's like episode like 16.
Yeah,
I think early on, like the first couple episodes were really rough, but I think by about episode 6, we catch our
stride.
stride, and like
We
we
do.
have some great episodes,
You know,
guys.
I was listening to the Blob
Oh, the
remake
Blob,
one,
that's
and
an
that
early
was
one.
that's a
That's an
really good
early
one
one,
too.
yeah.
That's an
There's
early
so
one,
many
yeah.
great ones. We did, I mean, Death Drop Gorgeous,
Oh
if you
my
wanna
god,
listen to that gay one.
classics.
May with Caitlin Newberry, remember that? Who
Who's in?
I'm only bringing up because she's in Me.
Yeah, with beloved
Um,
Caitlin,
yeah.
my lamb. I love her so
Oh my
much.
goodness, we have to have
Oh,
Teresa Padone is
oh
which she was, Tamara, the movie
yes.
Tamara.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that
Lord.
was.
Oh.
We had a lot to say about that classic.
But, okay, we're not gonna
So did
I
Carlos,
have
who was there. He was also here, by
He
the way.
was Slasher
Slasher
Junkie
Junkie.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
He flew in. Literally, I mean, this poor kid, he got in right when the movie started
Yeah.
and had to leave because he had a flight at 4
What an
a.m. I'm like,
angel.
"Oh my
Oh my
god."
god, it
I
means so
barely got to
much.
see him. The little
Yeah.
nugget. He's
Oh,
an adorable little nugget.
cute.
And people thought
He was in my film, which he's not, but understand. I mean, he's very gay looking, so it makes sense.
Okay, guys, thank you. I have a flight to catch.
Oh, yeah.
So, oof, I'm flying back to Vegas and then
Yeah.
flying to Moline, Illinois.
Oh my
Ugh, I'm a
god.
world traveler.
Oh, look at her.
World traveler.
I've been
right.
around the world in many places. Well, guys, thank you for your patience and just a couple week or two, and you're gonna be getting some really good shit.
We'll be
Trust
back.
us.
Yes, absolutely.
Mwah. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Pride Month.
Oh, happy Pride. Ah.